out at all of you this evening, I cannot help but think how weird all of you are. And not just because you're about to be sporting a beanie on your head, which by the way is weird. And actually, on a side note, do you even know where a beanie came from? So beanies began as working apparel associated with blue-collar laborers in the industrial times, believe it or not, at least according to Wikipedia. Welders, mechanics, and other tradesmen wore them to keep their hair on their back, but they were designed for people who did not want a brim on their cap. It would be an obstruction. So the baseball cap is actually an evolution of the beanie. So they added the visor and the bill to block the sun. Notice on your beanie, and this is my beanie, this has 4-panel construction, but beanies were either made of 4 or 6 panels. You notice the baseball caps are typically 6 panels. So by the mid-1940s, beanies kind of fell out of general popularity as a hat. Imagine that, right? And the baseball cap took over. In the 1950s, primarily, is when they really began to take hold and be worn by college freshmen as a mild and playful form of hazing. Now, from what I hear at Benedictine, it started a little bit earlier than that. And according to the irrefutable Wikipedia, as Steve Menace mentioned earlier, Benedictine is the only college in the U.S. to maintain this tradition today. And thus, here you are today, about to receive your very own beanie. So this tradition has been around at Benedictine for over 100 years. But in today's day and age, groups are quick to disband traditions and get with the times. So I think it makes sense maybe to define what a tradition is and what that means at Benedictine. A tradition is a belief or behavior passed down within a group or society with symbolic meaning or special significance. So what's the symbolic meaning or special significance of the Benedictine beanie? What does it represent? Now this is something that probably every college graduate may answer differently. But what I think it stands for is a community of faith and scholarship, founded on those 4 pillars of being Catholic, Benedictine, liberal arts, and residential. 4 pillars, and oddly enough, 4 panels on the beanie. For me, that's what the beanie represents. And that's not just an ad by the school, right? I'm not trying to sell you on coming here. You're already here. When I say those words, those have deep meaning for me about my experiences at this special place. When I look at my Benedictine diploma, I think about my degree and my career. But when I look at my beanie, I think about the totality of my experience here. Fortunately, I had better experience than maybe we did last night with yesterday's totality. But this beanie, though, represents not just my years, but the tradition of 150 plus years of young men and women like yourselves being formed in this community of faith and scholarship right here on this holy campus. This beanie you are about to receive will be your tie to every student that ever attended Benedictine, every faculty member, staff, nun, brother, and priest that served here. The beanie is a visible symbol of what ties us all together, the values that bind us, the experiences which you are just beginning to take in. The beanie stands for the 4 pillars and the values the school is founded upon, but what I really love about the beanie is that it's not simply a reflection of the past, an old tradition to which we cling so we can achieve some sort of significance on a Wikipedia page. No, it's also a call to action, a call to live these values the school is founded upon, a call to participate in the mission and vision of Benedictine, which extends well beyond 2nd Street and the borders of Atchison, Kansas. The vision here, as President Menace said, is to create one of America's great Catholic colleges. But Benedictine cannot become a great Catholic college without developing greatness in the students that attend. And that's why they came up with that motto, right? Hashtag unleash greatness. To me, that's what the essence of this beanie represents. A salute to 150 years of tradition and a call to greatness. I told you that you're weird, not just because you're about to be wearing a beanie. You're weird because you've accepted this call. You've accepted this challenge. Not everyone going to college wants to be challenged, especially with such a task as pursuing greatness. But God has led you here. You have chosen to be here to be a part of something great. He is calling you to explore greatness. He's calling you to unleash your greatness in your academics, in your sports, in your friendships, and in your formation. Pursuing and achieving greatness and excellence is not easy, though. It takes hard work and it takes intentionality. Now, you're going to have some fun here, and I think that's another thing that Beanie represents, is the fun and crazy times you'll have here. But there are plenty of people telling you to enjoy college. Instead, I urge you to be intentional about your time here so that you can tap into the greatness inside of you, because there is no better place to do it. Much like our Constitution of the United States does not grant us the right to happiness, but instead the pursuit of happiness, attending Benedictine College does not entitle you to greatness. But you now are in as good a place as there is on earth to pursue greatness, and I really believe that. Each of you have been given a gift to attend Benedictine College, and this is a magical place. Some of you have worked your tail off to get here. Some of you are going to have to work your tail off to stay here. But the opportunity to be here and to pursue greatness in this holy place is a gift, so if you get to or choose to experience. And so I encourage you to be intentional about your time here and to make the most of it. Here's the thing about greatness. Like with so many things these days, we tend to see things as overnight successes. We think of those people that have accomplished great things as if they happened like a bolt of lightning. As if there was a moment when God speaks from above and says, "This is the moment when you will truly be great." The truth is that is not how greatness happens. Greatness is not made in moments like those. Achieving greatness only comes from great preparation. Achieving greatness only comes from great preparation. One of the many things I've learned playing football here. During these next 4 years at Benedictine, focus on being intentional about pursuing greatness and preparing for greatness so that when God calls you to unleash it, you are ready. And to help you prepare, I encourage you to do 4 specific things over the next 4 years. And I think if you do these things, you will develop that greatness God's calling you to. So, a quick story about the first one. I distinctly remember a time during my junior year when I considered skipping my finance class that at the time was in Bishop Fink Hall, just because I really didn't want to go. And that's not something I typically did, was skip class. But one of my friends had decided they were going to skip the class, and anyway, I decided I would go like I always did. I entertained the thought, and then I said, no, I better go. But that decision was providential. As it turns out, we had a guest speaker that day in our finance class who was an alumni from the class of 1978. And during that class, he told us about what he did and where he worked. And after class, I talked with him, and eventually he introduced me to his company, and I ended up getting a summer internship there, which in turn set me on the career path that I am in today in safety and risk management. Had I not gone to class that day in March of 2001, who knows where I would be today? So my first words of encouragement are, go to class. Go to class. Some will tell you, experience all college has to offer. You will never remember what you learned in class that day, but you will always remember your college experiences. I'm calling BS on that. Okay, the benefits of going to class every day, every class, are many. Will you remember everything you learned in that class that day? No. Will you remember every concept you learned in class that semester? No. But I guarantee you that if you go to class, participate, and show an honest attempt at learning, you will probably take away at least one thing from every course in which you were enrolled. That one thing from each class will help you throughout your life in ways you will not know at the time you learn it. But here's the kicker. You never know which of those days is the class where you will learn that one thing. So the best is just attend them all. Plus, a huge part of achievement is simply showing up. So you gotta show up, go to class. Furthermore, every professor and instructor that works here does so because they believe in the vision and mission of this school, and they are passionate about developing greatness in you. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that every day? So I want you to have fun while you're here, but I want you to go to class. You will spend far less time studying and cramming for tests if you simply show up to class every day ready to learn, no matter what you did the night or morning before. Go to Mass. And I'm not talking just about Sunday Mass, but attend a daily Mass on campus, at St. Ben's or at the Abbey. Say the Rosary on Wednesday mornings at the Grotto with President Minnis. Join a focused Bible study group. Take advantage of Eucharistic adoration. When I say go to Mass, I mean engage in your faith. Use this special place to develop a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. This is something that I'm still very much learning how to do, but a wise person once told me this. Jesus desperately wants to be your friend, and he's probably the best friend anybody could ever have. But for Jesus to be your friend, you actually have to have a relationship with him. And to have a relationship with him, you actually have to make time to talk to him and listen to him. So that may seem incredibly simplistic to you, but now you'll know why I got a 22% on a calc exam. But for me, it really hit me that I wasn't taking the time that I needed to develop that relationship with Christ. So you have such an amazing opportunity here to engage in this relationship, from the daily Mass opportunities in the Grotto, Eucharistic adoration, incredibly smart theology professors. Use them. Engage in faith conversations with your classmates and your friends, with the sisters, brothers, priests, and phenomenal faculty and staff. Use this time to build that foundation of your relationship. If you graduate here with honors, a few lifelong friends, and great memories, but no relationship with Jesus, you may have wasted your time here. So engage in your faith. Develop a relationship with Jesus. Go to Mass. Build community. As the father of 4 children, one of the things we monitor very closely is who our kids are friends with. We want them to make choices to be friends with the kinds of people who are going to build them up and make them better kids, not the ones that are going to lead them to poor choices. The same is true for you now and really for the rest of your life. There will be at least a few friendships you create here, maybe in this room, that will last for the rest of your lives. So choose friends that will bring out the best version of yourself. Anyone that has ever become great in this world never truly did it alone. They all had some support structure that shared in the joy of their great times, encouraged them in their trying times, and affirmed them in times of doubt or uncertainty. So find some friends that will talk some truth into your life. Friends that are willing to tell you when you're off base and when you're on point. It could be just one friend, or it could be many. For many Benedictine college graduates, those few friendships, the community that helped form them, encourage them, and supports them today started here. Probably right here in this very cafeteria. I'm sorry, it's the cafeteria to me, it's the dining hall to you. It wasn't exactly this one, but it was on the same floor. Emma, a sophomore that I met just yesterday here from Littleton, Colorado, gave me some practical advice on how you can build community and make friends. She says, leave your dorm room door open. And finally, build courage. The next 4 years are a blank piece of paper. It's up to you to figure out what you're going to do with them. But if you're going to make the most out of your time, if you're going to unleash greatness, you're going to have to take some risks. To try some new things. To do some things that make you feel uncomfortable. No one ever accomplished anything great without taking some risks. Of course, it takes courage to take those risks. College will be a missed opportunity if you don't use this time to take a few risks. Try different things and get used to being uncomfortable. That could be taking an art class, playing a club sport, volunteering, spending a semester abroad, going on a retreat. Try new things. For me, after I played football, I tried karate, refereeing intramural basketball because I wasn't worth a darn to play the game, ultimate frisbee, dating older girls, dating younger girls. And after neither of those worked, I even took a retreat to a seminary to see if that was what God was calling me to. As it turns out, the older woman route was what he had in mind, and I think it's working out pretty well.
That's me.
So each of these risks you take, each time you experience being uncomfortable, trying something new, will teach you something about yourself. You will grow in confidence. Your courage will be strengthened. And to accomplish anything great, you will need to call upon that courage many times in life. So build courage in small acts, so that you have the courage to face the bigger tests in life. Practice courage by stopping to pray before meals, even if you're at a restaurant. By standing up for social justice. By not allowing hate speech amongst your friends. By taking the keys away from a friend who might have had too much to drink, when of course you're old enough to drink. Practice courage by not letting a friend text and drive, or by reaching out to that student who's feeling lonely. Achieving greatness requires courage in acts both great and small. The courage to surround yourself with the right people and to be your own person, and the courage to set some goals and go get them. God tells us, be not afraid, be courageous. So go to class and go to Mass. Build community and build courage. And having said all that, and way too long, I know, let me say, welcome to the Benedictine College community. This beanie, not this one, but your beanie that you're about to place on your head, may be the only memento of your time here that you keep for the rest of your life. And after you have graduated, may it serve as a reminder of this special community of faith and scholarship here in Atchison on the bluffs of the Missouri River. May this be a reminder that you have chosen to be different, to be weird, to be challenged. During your time here, may this beanie also be a reminder of the opportunity you now have in front of you. And may it be a call to action, to answer God's desire for each of us to pursue, prepare for, and achieve greatness. So it's time to get after it. Go to class and go to Mass. Build community and build courage. Your 4-year pursuit begins now. Unleash the greatness inside of you.